Hey everyone! Welcome back to Midnight English Podcast. Oh wow, it feels really nice to be here again today. I'm Maya, and before we even start learning anything, I just want to say this feels like one of those evenings where you finally sit down, take a deep breath, and let your mind slow down a little. You know that feeling when the day is finally quiet and you can just listen and relax for a moment.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Hi, friends. I'm Daniel. And honestly, today really feels like that kind of calm space, a space where we don't need to rush. We don't need to impress anyone. We can just talk naturally, make a few mistakes, laugh a little, ha ha ha, and enjoy real English the way people actually use it in daily life.
Before we jump into today's topic, let me ask you something a bit different, Daniel. When you woke up this morning, what was the very first thing you did without even thinking about it?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. Um, Honestly, the first thing I did was make coffee, like automatically, no thinking at all. I just walked into the kitchen, turned on the coffee machine, and made myself a cup. And only after that, I felt like my brain finally woke up.
Ah, yeah, that sounds very familiar. I get that. I think for a lot of people, making coffee in the morning is almost like a ritual, something you do before your brain even starts working properly. And did you notice something interesting in what you just said?
Hmm. Wait, yeah. I think I know where you're going with this. I said make coffee without thinking about the word make at all.
Exactly. And wow, that's actually the perfect example for today. Because today we're talking about one very small word, only 4 letters. But honestly, we use it all the time without thinking. And that word is make.
Ah, yeah. Make. One of those words that English learners see everywhere, but when they try to use it themselves, suddenly they stop, hesitate, and think, am I using this right?
Yeah, I know, right? And today, our goal is actually very simple, very friendly. We want you to start using make naturally, comfortably, and confidently without stopping your sentence to think too much.
Yeah, no rules on the screen, no grammar pressure, just real conversation, real examples, and lots of situations you already live every single day.
All right, let's start with the most common and easiest meaning. Make meaning create or prepare something. This is usually the first way people learn the word. Like, make food, make coffee, make dinner.
Exactly. And this meaning is very physical, very visual. You do something, and at the end, something exists. For example, in the morning, I make breakfast. Even if it's just toast and eggs, I still say, I made breakfast.
Yes, exactly. And notice something interesting here. We don't say cook breakfast every time. Cook is fine, yeah. But make is more flexible, more natural. You can say, I made breakfast, I made lunch, I made dinner, even if it was very simple.
Right. Like yesterday, I was super busy, so I just made a quick sandwich for lunch, nothing special at all. But still, I made lunch.
Oh, wow. That's such real life English. And yeah, you can also say things like, I made a cup of tea, I made some soup, I made a salad. All very natural. No stress.
And it's not only food, right? You can make plans, make a list, make a schedule. Like on Sunday evening, I usually make a plan for the week. so I don't feel lost on Monday morning.
Yes, that's true. And learners often forget this. They think make is only for food. But no, you make a plan. You make a decision. You make a list. You make a note.
Exactly. For example, before recording today, I made some notes so I wouldn't forget what I wanted to talk about.
Same here. Yeah, I made a few notes too. And see? How natural that sounds. No stress. No thinking. All right, now let's move to another very common meaning. And honestly, this one is extremely important for real conversation. Make meaning cause or result in something.
Ah, yes, this is where learners often feel unsure, but actually, this kind of English is very emotional, very human.
Exactly. For example, you can say, "This song makes me happy. This movie made me cry."
Oh, yeah, I love that example. Like last night, I watched a movie, and honestly, it made me feel so emotional. I just sat there quietly for a few minutes after it ended.
Wow, that's such a natural way to express feelings. And notice something important. You didn't say, "The movie caused me to feel emotional." You said, "It made me feel emotional." And yeah, that sounds much more real.
Exactly. And you can use this in so many daily situations, like traffic makes me stressed, bad news makes me feel sad.
Or good news makes your day better, right? Like when someone sends you a kind message, and it makes you smile without even realizing it.
Yeah, I know that feeling. And teachers use this all the time too, like this exercise will make you more confident when speaking English.
This actually reminds me of a student I had a few years ago. She was very quiet, very careful with her words. She understood English well, but she rarely spoke.
Ah, yeah. I think many listeners will recognize themselves in that.
Yeah, that's true. And one day, she told me something very honest. She said, "When I speak, I'm afraid to choose the wrong word. So I stop."
Oh, wow. Yeah, that hits deep.
And I remember telling her something very simple. I said, "Don't think too much. Just use make when you talk about feelings or results."
Honestly, that's powerful.
Yeah. And slowly, she started saying things like, "Speaking English makes me nervous. Practicing every day makes me feel better." And little by little, she spoke more because she stopped worrying about perfect grammar.
That's such an important lesson. Sometimes, one simple word like make can unlock confidence.
All right, now let's slow things down a little and really live inside these common make phrases. Because honestly, this is where English starts to feel natural instead of forced.
Yeah, that's true.
One phrase I hear almost every single day is "make sense." You know that moment when something suddenly clicks in your head and you feel that soft moment of understanding.
Yeah, I love that feeling. When you've been confused for a while, and then suddenly you say, oh, okay, now it makes sense. And your shoulders relax a bit, your mind feels lighter.
Exactly. You can say, "Yeah, that makes sense now." Or honestly say, "That doesn't really make sense to me."
I say that a lot when learning new software. At first, I'm totally lost. But after someone shows me step by step, I feel calmer and say, okay, now it makes sense.
Another very human phrase is "make time." And wow, this one really touches emotions.
Yeah, that's true, because we're all busy. but we still try to make time for things we care about.
Exactly. Have time sounds passive, but make time sounds like a choice, like you're deciding what matters to you.
Another encouraging phrase is make progress. I really like this one.
Me too, because progress doesn't have to be big. You can say, I'm making progress with my listening, or I feel like I'm making small progress every week.
And of course, we can't forget make a mistake.
Oh, yes. Honestly, this might be the most important phrase for English learners.
Yeah, because making mistakes means you're trying.
Exactly. And mistakes actually help you learn faster.
Now let's bring make into really small daily moments because this is where people actually use English.
Yes. Like in the morning, you make your bed. Even if it's not perfect, you still say, yeah, I made my bed.
Or when you're running late and you quickly make a phone call. You don't think about grammar. You just say, I need to make a quick call.
Exactly. Or when you're planning with friends, you make a plan. You make arrangements.
I often say, let's make a plan for the weekend, even if the plan is very simple, like just having coffee together.
And when you go to a restaurant, you make a reservation.
Yeah, and that's real life English. Hi, I'd like to make a reservation for tonight.
You can also make a promise. And wow, that feels emotional too.
Yeah, because a promise is not just words, it's something you feel responsible for.
Now let's talk gently about a very common issue. No pressure here.
Yeah, many learners say, do a decision, do a mistake.
People understand. It's okay. But more natural English is make a decision, make a mistake, make an effort.
I like to feel it this way. When something is created in your mind, a decision, a plan, an idea, we often use make.
Yeah. Feel it, don't memorize it.
All right, let's slow down even more and practice together.
Think about your day today. What did you make today?
Maybe you made coffee, maybe you made a decision, maybe you made someone feel better.
Say it quietly to yourself or out loud. Today, I made time to listen to English.
That already sounds like progress. Yeah, honestly, and it feels good to say it. You know, when we slow down like this, words like make stop feeling like vocabulary,
And they start feeling like tools.
tools you can actually use without fear.
Exactly. Language is not about knowing everything. It's about using a few things well.
And make is one of those words.
So if you remember just one thing today, remember this. You don't need perfect English. You just need comfortable English.
And every time you use make naturally, you're already one step closer.
Thank you for spending this quiet time with us. We hope this episode made you feel calmer, more confident, and more connected to English.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep listening, keep practicing, and keep making small progress every day.